to another Anime Kingdom manga review. See by the title below, yes, this is on chapter 233 of Shokugeki no Soma. And yes, guys, I know I'm sorry that this is late. It's just I was pretty much busy over the whole entire weekend and everything with school and stuff, but finally I did find the time to go ahead and read this chapter, and honestly I was not disappointed. This chapter was pretty damn good. Like I've been saying for this whole Shokugeki thing that's been going on, the main focus that I really wanted to see was the teamwork aspect, the whole aspect that you can actually help each other out. It's not just a one-on-one. And, we did get to see a little bit of that with Mimisaka and, Kuga, but it wasn't really as much as I wanted. I expected more. I thought that, teamwork would be able to, pretty much overcome a huge hurdle. And of course, that is what we see. And it does make sense that they would have the teamwork being focused on, of course, the first years being Megumi, Takumi and Soma. So it was pretty cool, of course, to see them working on that and to see their training come to fruition. As you saw in this chapter, like, it was pretty damn cool to see them going all out teamwork, one person helping the other person, helping the other person. It's just like a complete circle going around helping each other out, and the communication was just on point. And honestly, this chapter, these kind of things, the teamwork kind of things, make it like a whole different type of cooking that we normally see, because normally it's just them going 1v1 kind of thing, and it's super cool to see and all that kind of stuff. But to see 3 different dishes being made at the same time, with all of them helping each other out to make their dishes even better in a different way and faster, in normally they cannot do that in this amount of time, is just pure crazy, honestly. And that's why I like the way that they decide to kind of change things up, because that's one thing with Shokugeki no Soma, is that it's always cool to see when they do something crazy and different that we have not seen before. Sure, it's always fun to see Soma doing his normal crazy shit that you never can expect. He's definitely unexpected and everything in whatever he does, but it's even cooler when you see some new type of thing going on. And honestly, this did not disappoint me at all. Like the judges were saying as well, if they continue to use this teamwork to the highest extent and everything, this is the way that they can overcome the hurdle that is the Elite 10. Sure, I'm still going to go ahead and say, because, the focus on this chapter, besides the teamwork, was, of course, with Takumi. And it was cool to see, another flashback with some stagiaire stuff going on with his cooking as well. But Aizen, I just can't take him seriously, honestly. After every time we see him in his normal, like, super pissed off self, thinking he's better than everyone. But out of everyone, he's still, in my opinion, the worst of the Elite 10. Soma was able to beat him, and honestly, I can't see Takumi, not beating him. He's all like, oh, you may have gained your pride back from before, but guess what? It's going to be smash or smithereens again. And I'm over here like, no, you are so hell-bent on being Soma, but guess what? You're going to be beaten by Takumi. And in a way, he thinks he probably has the upper hand, but you're not just going up against Takumi, you're going up against all 3 of them. That's how this teamwork thing is going on right now. And honestly, it was pretty damn cool. And like, it wasn't really like, you think it would be intimidating to see someone like Aizen say what he did, but I'm not scared at all. So, which is one of the things that I am kind of disappointed. Like I keep saying, I always love having that chance of not them not winning, but I cannot see Takumi losing to Aizen. I don't know, that's just the one thing I cannot see. And I just have a feeling that it's gonna definitely be at least 2 of them winning. And it's hard to say, because I can't see Soma losing, I can't see Takumi losing. And the whole thing, Megumi going up against Momo, is the fact that I can't see her losing, the fact that Momo looks down on everyone, and it's one of those kind of things that she's gonna completely, Megumi's gonna completely just overcome some crazy obstacle that someone's looking down at her, and they're gonna be surprised. It's always something like that. I guess she could still be able to do that and still end up losing, but I don't know. I think that all of them are gonna end up winning, and then they're gonna have a huge advantage going in up against, of course, Rindo and Tsukasa being the last 2. But I think somehow they're gonna be able to break it down to just like maybe a final 2-on-2 or something like that, But yeah, it's all I really gotta say. Oh wait, sorry, there was one other part, the beginning of the chapter, which I gotta say, I'm not too sure if I really feel like that was needed in this chapter. I don't know if that's going to be correlating to something bigger in the future, kind of like what we saw before with you know, the whole talks before about them being, you know, this generation being handpicked and everything. Thought they were going to talk more about that in this chapter. They didn't. Instead, they decided to put in something else, which is, of course, the whole thing with, which was enjoyable to see Kuga and Nene kind of going at it at each other, say, you know, because they both ended up losing and they're both not going to, you know, watch and everything. But the whole thing with Nene saying that, you know, Soma is not, you know, is he really just some, you know, first year? Is he really a first year? And it does make sense because, you know, Soma is just overcome so much things and able to defeat not just one Elite 10 member, but two, being Nene and Aizen. So I can definitely see where she's going with that, but you even see with Kuku's like, what is she thinking? Why is she saying that, you know? And it's making me wonder, like, is this some hidden thing that's going to be pointed out later on as well? It's kind of crazy that they're throwing in so many different things. They're throwing in this battle, but they're throwing in so many other things that can be thrown in at one point, and then you kind of forget about it, and then boom, it comes in again. So it's, I don't know, it's a lot of things to really process, and I'm not too sure how it's going to be structured throughout this, you know, all this stuff. And normally with how the Shokugekis have been going, it's been a one-on-one, so they focus on this one battle and then focus on the next battle and so on, kind of stuff like that. But this one's kind of different in the fact that it's, you know, showing a lot more teamwork. It's not going to be focused on just one person. They did a little bit in that with Takumi, so maybe that's how they do it, but I don't know. Nonetheless, I'm super excited, honestly. Can't wait to see more teamwork being thrown in. Can't wait to see how Momo goes in, because she's the one Elite 10 member that we haven't really seen, you know, as much. So I'm super excited to see how, you know, what crazy stuff she does, and it is, you know, Megumi going to be able to overcome her. What does Aizen have planned? What does Saito have planned? And honestly, I just can't wait to see how these next chapters go. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. Hope you enjoyed this Anime Kingdom manga review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If there's anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below as well. And if you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more content. And as always, guys, I want to hear your guys' thoughts. How did you feel about this chapter? Do you agree with me? Disagree with me? Feel free to comment below however you guys felt about it. And yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. So until next time, see ya.